Okay, so while it's fresh in my mind, I had to think about this one because it was just so funny. I wanted to wait a little. I thought it was funny from the get, from the beginning. The Hassan Abi puff piece, photo shoot, the whole deal. So in seeing this, I was first like, oh, this is great. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. This is great shit. And, but then I'm like, wait. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because everything's about the reaction from the crowd. So let's see what the crowd says. And, holy crap. Well, like, not just the dragging of it, but then this part of my mind what it was specifically when Hassan says, like, yeah, see, this makes me look this way, it makes me look that, more relatable, da da da. The terrorism insurance line, that doesn't, I don't care. I don't give a shit about that as much. It was really, I mean, I know, it's like, well, what a tell, right? But it's like, no, I don't care that much. What really got me was just fundamentally this idea of, like, that he's talking about what it supposedly makes him look like. That's one of the things that I just sat back and like, that's such an odd thing. This is really odd. It makes me look this way. It makes me look this way. Like this weird self-confirmation of how great an idea this was. And I'm just sitting there like, this is really fucking odd. Why would... And then when people kind of pointed out this idea of, like, most likely he paid for this writer to do this. And then I just, for some part of my mind, I just didn't even put that together. I'm just not that savvy. So I'm so bad, like a crime in any way, I'd be like, there'd just be things I just, how did you fall for that? No. He has all the money, Amos. God damn it, Anyway. So, this idea that he had paid, I was like, oh, well, okay. Well, now that I run that through my mind, okay, well, I do know enough to know that at some point there had to be a confirmation email. So, there's this part of me thinking, I'm reading an article about me that says this, that I paid for. And I'm like, and I'm digging it. The whole idea is I'm because it happened, it published, So, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, this is, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm trying so hard to, like, keep it, like, solid. Like, I'm trying to walk through sort of, because I'm like, no. This is funny, but there's more. There's more to this. There's something going on that it's there's this powerful, funny, taste this or smell this funny, plus, haha. I ate this and it tasted funny, but now I'm seeing colors and everything's hilarious, So I started thinking I'm like, okay, then he's gotta be seeing the photos. Now, the big one is, of course, that everybody's... Now, you see, I'm thinking the pool, the tub pool shot. Like these are two that could be strung together pretty easily. Like he didn't have to go to wardrobe for that, or something like that, But there's definitely the part of it that I'm sitting back and I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't even really get why the pool, like the pool kind of, in a sense, could make sense if it wasn't for the whole proletariat shtick, which is then the big one. And this is the part that, like, then it hit me. And even as I'm walking back through it, I'm like, that was it. The private gym and the pool in the backyard. Like, this is what one would, outside of like the acreage, this is what one would think of. Arnold Schwarzenegger lives like this, like movie stars live like this. He's living like a movie star. He paid for an article so he could talk about his movie star lifestyle and be photographed for some reason looking intensely in his bathtub. Like, there's a part of it that I sit back and I'm like, if this were a Borat character, something along those lines, this would be kind of brilliant. Like, if he were it was a really well done shtick, this would be brilliant. Like, and that was what it was. Somebody, I think, said something like that. Said something about him looking a bit like, or having a Borat-like quality in some picture. And I was sitting there and I'm like, that would be genuinely funny. But he's that, that would take talent, and that's not what's happening. And so I kind of am really thankful for this now. There's this mindset that I've been putting myself through. Like, no, you're laughing. This is tickling you're just laughing away. This is fucking gold. You get to laugh your ass off about this. Like, how often is this happening that you just get this kind of comedy just bubbling up out of the sea foam in a way. The other part about it too is how he's now made Palestine kind of this brand. He keeps wearing, I guess it's a real football club that's Palestinian. But like this weird football jersey thing, like, oh yeah, because, he's into watching soccer. He loves watching when, that team win matches, like, he's a supporter. And I get the idea. It's like, there was once, because somebody at some point could look into any photos you could find of me, and you'll find, like, I'll have, what was it? Oh, Chelsea. Yeah, it was a Chelsea jersey. Somebody gave me a Chelsea jersey, and he was like, and it was a very nice gift of his, and stuff. And I wore it. I would wear it at Soul Nights, and wear a Chelsea jersey, and and people were like, "Wait, you really?" And it was like, I don't know. Somebody gave it to me, but that was about it. I don't know. I don't know that much about any of that. but he's sporting this, and so now he's got his Palestine brand that he wears all the time. He wears this a lot. He wears it a lot enough that I've seen. He has multiple of these jerseys. One's in white, one's in black. Like away team, home team, I think is the way. Anyway, it's just there. So there was that part of it that I'm like, okay, that's being you're not one of them ethnically. Two, you're a Turk, and you would have actually been their oppressor at one time. Like, you would have been a part of the group that oppressed. You were Turkish, and you guys didn't give the Palestinians a state. But anyway, and then it was also this thing of like, okay. There was this part of my thinking that I started walking through it, and I was like, how everybody's picking out how intensely homoerotic it is. And that kind of weird, okay, you know how there's oh god dang it, the Ben Stiller movie, there's Mugatu, and I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, the name of it. He's this model, and he's got the look, blue steel that he's working on, and he doesn't want to show anybody yet. And well, Hassan totally pulls. It's like this pig iron, He's got his look, pig iron, It must be very proletariat. That's the thing. It's part of my mind. I'm sitting there. I see him as a character from some form of this type of movie, like this, I call because I'm really into the proletariat, like he's like wearing like a beret around and shit, and he's got like a picture of himself as Che Guevara with the beret. He's wearing the beret. So, I call this look pig iron. In solidarity with the steel workers or something like that, and it's something, the steel work, the Eskimo steel workers or something like that, something that you're like trying to put these two images together in your mind and totally clash. So that's in my mind. This is kind of what's various things that are rolling through it about seeing this. But then I'm like, and then it's how this is exactly what all accusations against the left are. You've actually completely obeyed to a point of what do you call it? Ad absurdum. Yeah, into the absurd. That I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh come on, this isn't really. Come on, like I'm like that. Really, and yeah. You guys really are doing it to the level of the absurd with this article. That the article, one, is strangely written. It's something about it it reads just very odd. I don't know how to. Yeah, it reads very oddly. Like it's not. I keep thinking. I can't get out of my mind. I'm like, who knows? I haven't looked to see who wrote it, but I keep thinking it's Taylor Lorenz. like, let me finally write my article about you, or something, and after like hate fucking her, like as long as he could last, it just that finally, okay, write an article about me. She's like, oh, let's get some pictures of you. She calls him the gayest man she could find. To take all these pictures. And that was then the other thing is the way the pictures are staged. Generally, all of his way that his body positions, the way he sets himself in a lot of these photos is pretty strange. It looks like he's trying to be joking around. Like, isn't this really alpha? Like, it really makes me think of Ben Stiller. Like, I hear that is so alpha, like that in my mind. That's what's going on. Is I hear Ben Stiller saying that. I can't even think of. So there's nothing more proletariat than your own pool. Nothing more proletariat than your own personal gym. Nothing more proletariat than, I didn't even know what the fuck. I was like, wait, what kind of dog does he have? Like, so I'm like, holy crap. So he bought a rare breed of dog. So he's quite literally this stereotype of the rich foreigner who was handed minor stardom, and that it's not even clear like how he even that Asmongold beats him by 10 times, and this guy somehow is like the leader. He's like the rat king of the left, and he's like, and that's the thing, is he's Radigan of the left in a way. Everybody else has somehow kind of failed, or something has happened to them, or something or other. But the thing that blows me away now about Hassan is that I'm sitting there and I'm like, so you've killed it in like doing better than everybody else. Okay, all right. They're all doomed. A bunch of them are getting sued by Ethan Klein. You're not. Fascinating. And now with this puff piece, and you're like, oh, people don't think I'm a terrorist or something. And it's like, but no, the beauty of it is the criticism of people who are Marxist-Leninist intellectual types and such like, is that this is how they've always been. They've always been these kind of inheritor class people. These people who they didn't really have to work their way through college. There's nothing about them that's proletariat. Like Tom Hartman's this other guy that you don't get any inkling that this is some hard proletariat person who's, no, and that's the beauty of it, is I'm sitting back and I'm like, excellent. This is such a great article. and it's like the perfect clown world article. It's the perfect article ever. I mean, it's an advertisement for like, look how genuinely proletariat I am in my pool, in my gym, with my rare breed of dog, in the $3 to $5 million home in West Hollywood, that I built off of talking to kids about becoming Marxist-Leninists. I mean, there's this part of me that I think of like almost every punk rocker who's ever like lived, who's died, rising from the grave. Like, just like, if this was the left, they want to die again. A Jello Biafra must just be, I mean, how does he deal with people like this? It's so great. It's so good, though. It's so hilarious. And I'm loving it. It's so crazy. fucking Hassan is just is like this is exemplar, perfect exemplar. Like that, it's this person who almost everything about them is, I've come to your country to take as much as I can and say that and by the end of it, you're going to thank me for it. And I just love this. This is magnificent. Fucking-nificent. This is the left. He's achieved the highest level, one of the highest evolutions. It's like Digimon are the champions. Dude, Hassanamon is the champion. He is the champion of the left. All the left needs to become more like Hassan. They need to stop being like mopey and frumpy like Destiny. No, they need TRT for all. They need to be on that TRT for all tip in their private gym when they're not busy swimming with their rare breed of dog. It's some place that is, well, once was a slice of heaven. West Hollywood. Oh my gosh. Magnificent. I hope I expressed it. I hope I expressed like the splendor, the true splendor that you could feel the emanations of proletarians coming from that work from this point on, that you understand, like, no, there's rarely going to be anything ever written by or created by the left that's going to speak of the left the way that this article about Hassan Piker as if you are feeling the divine energies themselves. Now you are edified. What you need is a pool and a private gym and a rare breed of dog, and you too can be proletariat. Oh my gosh. And you got to practice your modeling look. You know, you got to practice your stare. Vacant stare. Vacant stare. Big iron.